Well, good morning, everybody. I'm Well, good morning, everybody. I'm back, Bill here. Well, today we're gonna, the bike, that's on hold for a while. I got parts ordered for it. As you can see, the top end is off of it. I'm getting ready to, I ordered a bunch of parts. Gaskets. The motor's going to be coming out of it here soon as my parts come in. I'll have to split the cases, put seals in it, main seals. So fun, yeah, right? Since I've never split cases on this particular bike before. I have other bikes, so it's not one of my favorite things to do, but it is what it is, and I'll do it. But today, I'm gonna be working on the truck. So I'm getting ready to leave here in 2 days. I'm going to California. I'm going to spend a week down there, and we'll be doing some stuff down there. I'm thinking we'll do power steering on my cousin's truck, and we're going to go to the March meets. So, but today I got my truck turned around, backed in here, and I think I'm gonna pull the bed off of it. That way, when I get back, the bed's already off of it, and that'll give me the incentive to do the work I need to do. I need to C-notch. I think I've said this. I need to C-notch the frame. And I want to do the exhaust, run the exhaust all the way out the back. So I thought it would be a lot easier with the bed, without the bed on it. So unfortunately, I'm by myself, so I'm going to have to do this on my own. It is what it is. I'll figure it out. I've done it before. I had the bed off of it. Well, when I turned it into a short bed, obviously I had to do it then. But anyway, I'll get you turned around here. I've got a couple of obstacles I'm going to have to deal with, and I'll get you turned around here, and I'll show you what I'm going to have to deal with here. Okay, here we are. So the problem I'm going to have is, I was thinking I would use the old Harbor Freight cherry picker and go under the back of it here, just right underneath the back of it here. Pick it up from the center and just drive out from under it. I'll have to take the bumper off, of course. Well, the problem is, this will not go all the way under because of the trailing arms on these trucks. Right there. Because this truck has been lowered and I put blocks on it, it puts the trailing arms lower to the ground. So I'm going to have to get the back wheels up on ramps to be able to get under it, because that boom will not reach all the way to the center here. And I need to pick it up right in here. So there's that. And I probably what I'm going to do, I'm going to unbolt everything, get it ready to lift. And I've got these guys right here, the stuff that I use on my camp trailer. And I think those will let me I'll be able to drive up on those guys and get me enough clearance to get the hoist in there and get that bed off of there. And I'm trying to figure out where I don't want to lift it from the bed rails. These are aftermarket bed rails, and they'd probably be fine. I'd rather lift it from lower. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull all the bolts. There's 4 on each side. I'll grab one one on this side, the other side in the front, and one in the back. And I'll take that bed, lift it up a little bit on the frame, put it on blocks. And I have these guys right, where are they? These guys right here. And I'm gonna run those, I'll run these guys down through there, down through one of those holes, and put nuts on the bottom of it, and that'll be my lifting point. So, I've never done it like that, but we'll see. I'm sure it'll be fine. The bed, actually, you know, that bed's probably 450 pounds, you know? So it's not horribly heavy, but it's awkward, you know, so we'll get you set up. First thing I need to do is I need to get the bumper off of it. We'll get the bumper off of it, and then we'll get it all unplugged and get the bolts. The bolts should come out really easy because they haven't been in there that long. And this is there's no rust in this truck, and it was, in fact, they're the original bolts out of this truck. And they came out the first time really nice. So, I need to do something with that. It's just getting worse. It's just surface rust. That's why I stitched it together. You know, I got it nice and smooth. There's no, I mean, I could probably just put some paint over that and call it good. But the truck doesn't set out in the rain, so you know, that's just from sitting inside. It's kind of, you know, it's a damp climate here where I'm at, so anyway, let's get you put on a tripod, and I'll get under there and get that bumper off, and we'll go from there. All right. Okay, so I got my motorcycle jack under here to hold the bumper. It's not that heavy, but there was a time when I wouldn't give a shit, but that was a long time ago. I'm not as young as I used to be, and I don't feel like fighting with it. I've learned over the years, work smarter, not harder. So it's just a little awkward, that's all. So these should be 3/4. So we have 2 here, 2 over on the other side. We got our license plate light right here. That should just unplug. That's just unplug. Yeah, those things, they've been on here. This bumper's been on here. I put it on in about a year and a half ago. And it's never been out in the rain or anything, so this is gonna be pretty easy to. Tight for a fat man under here. Okay, that one's going to stay there to help hold this side up. And we'll run over to the other side real quick. Get those. There's that side loose. There's that side loose. It should come right out of that now. So I might have to take some, maybe I'll just back off these two bolts here. That'll let that bracket get a little bit room to move around. I see, said the blind man. Well, we'll do this. Right there. That lip must be bent just a little bit. Yeah, it'll come out of there. Serious. This was supposed to be easy. I'll show you what's going on here. So what happened is, if you see that bracket right there, it's hitting right here on the lip of this. And therefore, they wanted to fight me. So we'll have to do something about that before it goes back on. Okay. Okay. Here we are. So we have on these, we have a plug right here. I just unplugged. That's your lights for your bed. And now your bed's completely unplugged from the truck as far as electrical. We have a bolt here. Here. There's another one right there. And there's, of course, the other side. And then there's two in the front. So I believe these are 3/8, or I'm sorry, 3/8 bolt, but a 9/16 wrench. Let me see here. A lot of guys will, especially like these old, this one here, I'm not too worried about it, but I'm not gonna do it anyway. But a lot of guys will hit these with impact. And what happens with it, if you use an impact on these, I don't like to do that, because if you use an impact on these old, especially if the bed's kind of thin, the floor, that impact, it hammers. And that being a carriage bolt up there, it'll just, almost every time, it'll just round that thing out and just destroy it, you know. It'll turn a square hole into a round hole up there. Whereas if you use a wrench, it's steady pressure on it. It's not hammering it. And you're less likely, sometimes it's gonna happen regardless. But you're less likely to damage the hole in your floor for your bolts. So that's how I always do it. I'll hit it with a wrench. If it you know, I'll just use a wrench on it or socket and ratchet, and If it comes out, that's awesome. If not, then there's cutting, and there's lots of ways to get them out, but I'd rather not go through that kind of issue, that kind of headache if I don't have to. So I will go the more slow method most of the time, and a lot of times it works and a lot of times it doesn't. So that's why I don't. It's just not. But I was lucky with this one. It was pretty good. These are the original bolts in this bed. This truck came from a dry climate, and it was an Arizona truck. So I got really, that was one reason I bought it, is because rust was minimal in this truck. I bet you Midwest guys are jealous of these, aren't you? The fact that these bolts come out so easy. I know, I feel your pain. I've been there and done that. Well, it's all unbolted. Now I got a couple of ways I can go now that I think about it. I can go from the side, and that's, I don't mind doing that. I got to take the tire off to do that, but it's not a big deal. I'm almost thinking that might be the easiest way to go about it. Yeah, I think maybe that's what I'll do, because I can take it off the side. Pull the tire. I have to pull the tire, and I can just roll it back over here and put my tire back on, and it'd be a done deal, rather than trying to run it up on these blocks. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. But I do need to get the bed picked up a little bit so I can get my eye bolts in there, because I don't really want to lift. Well, to start with, back here there's nowhere to lift on the back here in the back. I mean, I can lift from here on this one. I'd rather not. I mean, that's how, when I put it on, that's what I did. I had the tailgate off of it, and I think I strapped it. Where did I strap it at? Yeah, I think I strapped it right here in the latch. But I really don't want to pull the tailgate off of it. These aren't the easiest trucks to pull the tailgate off of. Like the newer trucks, they'll just lift off. These guys here, you gotta take these bolts out. And it's not that hard. It can be a pain in the neck, though. Yeah. I mean, technically I could leave the tailgate down and go from the side and hook it here and up there. Yeah, I could do that, I guess. Oh. Okay, this is what I've done. I raised up the bed just a little bit all around, and I put, you can see the wooden blocks in between the bed and the frame, on both sides, all around. And I put my eye bolts through in 4 spots. Crisscross tie downs. Those should be plenty strong enough to hold it. I think they're like a couple thousand pounds a piece or something like that. Put a blanket here so it doesn't crash into put a dent in my cab. My thought is I'm going to run my hoist right up through there, hook it in the middle, pick it up, and pull it back this way. So everything's all undone. It's ready to come off of there. So let's see if we can get. Hopefully, we can still get underneath that trailing arm. I think we can, but we'll set you up over here, back over here, and let's grab the hoist and see what we can do. All right, I wrap the towel around right here. You got that. I mean, it's close. We have room. I can still stick my hand in here, so we'll sit back and enjoy the show. Hopefully we don't do any damage. that like that. Well, she's got it. So this, I'll get up right there, just hold it just like that, so it's level. And I'm gonna pull it this way. Well, there it is. I had to get my wife out here to balance the back of it here because it was off center. So I'll have to try something different when we put it back. But here is the truck, the frame. So my plan is to go over the rear end with the exhaust and out, and I don't know if I'm gonna go straight back and then dump them at the bumper, or go around under here and dump them at the corner. But you know, at the corner of the here, I'll stick the bumper back on it with the bed off of it to figure out where I want them. And that's that. I don't think I damaged anything. I think I rubbed. Yeah, I got a little rubbing right here, but yeah, look at the truck. I think a couple more scratches aren't gonna hurt it. That's character. Yeah, we're pretty good here. I think that was already there. All right, so I think I'm gonna do about a 2-inch notch here. I think 2 inches. I got about 3 inches before the differential hits the bed. So I think if I do a 2-inch notch and possibly raise, I might even try to raise the bump stops up just a little bit. So I never plan on putting anything heavy in this. You know, I might, yeah, nothing more than maybe, yeah, nothing actually. But maybe a 12-pack of beer or something, but that's about it. So, all right, well, that's my plan. I'll get this down on some blocks and I can't leave it sitting in the air like that, so I gotta figure out what to do with it. I've got some wheel dollies over here that I think I will try and put them on those, or put the bed on those. That way I can roll it around. But all right, let's continue on here. All right, there you have it. It's setting on blocks. It's good to go. I can roll it around easy if I want to. Ooh, have to be a little careful there, but it's all right. I'm not going to be rolling it that much. So this is something that I thought was pretty cool about this bed. It's still got the mark, from the factory, the color on there that they marked in the factory. And the 342, I don't know what that is, but so that's pretty cool. Been there for what, 53 years. So, but all right, well, I got a mess to clean up, and I'm going to get back and all right. I messed up my hair a little. Oh no. I'll get a haircut tomorrow. Thank God I won't have to deal with that shit again, stuff anymore. For a while, another month or so. But yeah, so I think that's going to be it for today. I wanted to get that bed off. I'm going to be leaving in 2 days. Today's Monday, so I'll be leaving on Wednesday morning. When I get back, I'll start seeing what kind of damage I can do on this thing. For now, I'm not even gonna. I don't want to get started on it and then have to leave for a week and then come back and start back up on it. So when I start on a project like this, I want to stay focused on it until it's done. It really bugs me about the Suzuki, but I have to wait for parts, but that's life, I guess, you know. I hate waiting for parts. I absolutely hate it. As well as everybody else out there, all you people, all you guys, probably the same thing, you know. It's like with me, when I get started on it, I want it done, and I don't want to buy a bunch of parts before I start, because I've done that and it's always bit me in the behind. So I've got parts all over this shop that I bought and never used because I thought I was going to need them. So then I don't send them back, and I think to myself, I'll use them someday. Well, someday hasn't got here yet. So if it's cool stuff, I'll make a wall hanging out of it or something, you know. Otherwise, it just gets put on a shelf or in a cabinet or something. But anyway, that's I digress. So I just wanted to, you know, there's other videos out there of people pulling beds off these things. This was just how I did mine. So if you like what you saw, you know, I hate to quote this guy, but as Bad Chad would say, take what you like, throw away the rest. But anyway, yeah. So wait, I guess that's all I got. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. Till next time. I actually bought another project the other day. I might go ahead and show you that. It's going to be down the road. It's going to be down the road. I just got it set into the side. But I was at a estate sale, and I found this. It had been in a barn for who knows how long. But anyway, I won't. Enough of that. You'll see it when you see it. Like I said, like, subscribe, share. So I would appreciate all of that. And, you know, or if you don't want to, don't, you know. I'm doing this because I kind of want, you know, I'm kind of enjoying it, you know. I thought when I first started my first video, it was kind of weird. But the more videos I make, the more I enjoy it. So, so there's that. Anyway, till next time, see ya.